Y'all, I got 14 new books. 14 new books. I said I wasn't buying no more books in 2025. How did we get here, you ask? For one, I'm gonna say the book outlet sale. Okay, $5.99 on all their fiction. I couldn't resist myself. I got 10 books from there. Okay, 1 book from Barnes and Noble and 3 books from Book Mail from my book besties. So got 14 new books. So I have to share them with you. Would you like to see? So first things first, let's knock 3 out just immediately. We have 3 Stephen King books. We have Misery, we have Pet Sematary, and we have Christine. Now, have I read a single Stephen King book yet? No. But ever since I got Cujo in the vintage covers, anytime I see a Stephen King book with the vintage covers, I have to get it. I especially needed this Misery, but I'm excited. I feel like Stephen King is such a iconic author that no matter how long these may sit on my TBR shelf, they will get read at some point, right? I also want to somehow convince my husband to read one with me because he loves scary movies and stuff. So the next book that we have is Erasure by Percival Everett, and this is what the movie American Fiction is based on. This book, well, I know from the movie, it follows Monk, who is an author, and he is more of like a literary fiction type author. He feels as though he doesn't get the recognition that he should for his work, and so he in jest writes a basically like an urban fiction type of novel where it's playing on a lot of like stereotypes and stuff like that, and that ends up blowing up and being what gets all the attention. And it's a really interesting movie, and so I would love to read the book and see where they may differ and the extra details that the book will give that maybe the movie didn't. The next book that we have is Bear Town by Frederick Bachman. I've never read a Frederick Bachman book either, but I know people rave about his writing, and I have read a little bit of My Friends by him that came out this summer. I ended up taking it back to the library because I just was in a book slump, but I do remember finding his writing to be very interesting. I know this follows a town that is really like obsessed with their hockey team, and some kind of tragedy happens that turns their town upside down, and I'm very interested in it. I know a lot of people rated this book 5 stars, and I want to see where it falls in my rankings. The next book we have is Bunny by Mona Awad, and I'm interested in this because one, it's giving cool girl lit fic thought daughter, maybe, I don't know. From what I've heard, this book is similar to the Heathers movie, where it follows a popular group of girls in school, but there's like some darker themes there. I don't know exactly what it's about, but I'm intrigued. The next book we have is Cutthroat by Octavia Grant. Now, if you've never read an Octavia Grant book, go ahead, log on to your Kindle Unlimited and dive into one of her books. This will be my first physical book of hers, and I'm so excited about it. I've read 2 other books by her, and every time my jaw is on the floor. She writes kind of like novella thrillers where it's just so action-packed and so unhinged. Like, the craziest thing you can think of, she ain't even gonna do that. She gonna do something crazier. Her books are so insane, but I'm excited for this. I don't even know what it's about. I don't want to know what it's about until I read it. I love going into thrillers blind, especially hers. The next book that I have is Eternal Ruin by Tigis Gurma, and this is the sequel to Immortal Dark. And this is a like dark academia vampire type of series, and all I'm gonna say is, if you haven't read the first one, just know that the main male character, who's a vampire, Susanyo Saged, his character was kind of based off of Klaus from the Vampire Diaries. So do with that what you will. We love Klaus over here. The next book we have is Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I've never read a Tiffany D. Jackson book, but I'm excited to. I know her books are usually YA and have thriller elements, and sometimes will tear you apart. And yeah, it literally says gut wrenching on the front. So yeah, with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night. Yeah. The next book that I have is The Reformatory by Taryninpieces. And from what I have seen, this book follows some characters that are in a boys' school that really existed. I know that it's like during the Jim Crow South, and it's a hard read. I'm very nervous about this, actually. I think that Taryninpieces has said that this is kind of based on one of her family members' accounts, but of course changed some. From what I remember, I think she said she wanted to give the main character in this a different ending than what really happened in real life, but this is really based on true stories. So I'm scared. The next book that we have is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I also have the Shepherd King duology, which I have not read yet, but I plan to. But when I seen this on Book Outlet for $5.99, I had to. Okay, all I hear is people saying how good this book is and how obsessed they are with like Bartholomew. I don't know, but I think it's like a group situation where like you can only say Bartholomew. Dang, you know what that just made me think about? Hold on. Oh, okay. If you know, you know. But hopefully that's not the case with Bartholomew. But I'm excited for this. I love a little fantasy, and the second book is coming out soon. So, and then last but not least, I have River Enchanted and A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross. I absolutely love Rebecca Ross. The Letters of Enchantment duology, Wild Reverence. I love it. I love her writing. Very poetic, very just vivid and just so dreamy, and I love it. And so these two books were on her backlist, and $5.99, why not? Because I'm sure I'm gonna love these too. But y'all, I got so many books. That's all of them. Don't let me buy no books. Don't let me buy no more books, because I really don't need no more books. I need to do a full shelf audit ASAP. Seriously. Because I don't need no more books. Someone needs to come over here and count up my books for me, clean up the shelves, clean up the TBR cart, because child, it's getting out of hand. But please comment down below if you've read any of these books and if you love them. If you didn't like them, I don't want to hear it. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you sooner than you